There's a certain kind of person who does something very strange with their messages. They tell a friend they'll be 10 minutes late. Just 10 minutes. But somehow, what leaves their phone looks like this. "I'm so sorry. My alarm didn't go off this morning." Well, actually it did, but I didn't hear it. And then the bus was late, and I swear I didn't do this on purpose. I really am sorry. One sentence would have been enough. But they wrote 3 paragraphs. Nobody was even angry. And yet, inside their own mind, a courtroom has already opened, and they're standing there as both the prosecutor and the defendant. People look at them and say, "You're so polite," or "You're so considerate." But the truth is something different. That endless explaining isn't politeness. It's a survival system their brain quietly built a long time ago, just to keep them from being abandoned. And if this sounds familiar, I want you to know, you're not alone. So why do we end up explaining things nobody even asked about? Psychology doesn't call this simply talking too much. It has a name. It's called the Fawn Response, a 4th trauma reaction that sits right next to fight, flight, and freeze. Maybe you grew up in a home where a parent's mood changed like the weather. Maybe you learned that if you didn't explain yourself fast enough, you were misunderstood. And being misunderstood meant being punished. Or maybe a past relationship taught you that one small misreading could turn into a massive fight. In that environment, your brain learned a very specific rule. If I don't explain myself well enough, I'll be left behind. From that moment on, your amygdala, the brain's danger alarm center, never really turned off. A short reply, a subtle change in someone's tone, and your system instantly flips into explanation mode. You aren't strange for this. You aren't broken. You're simply someone who had to work way too hard, for way too long, just to feel safe. Here are 4 signs this is happening to you. Sign 1. You rewrite a message 5 times before sending it. Will this sound rude? Will this sound too cold? Your finger hovers over the send button for way too long. Psychology calls this hypervigilance, a state where your brain checks the temperature of a relationship several times a second. The problem is, that sensor never learns how to switch off. Sign 2. When you say no, you always need a reason. Just writing, "I can't make it today" feels unsafe. You have to add why you can't make it, how busy you are, and a promise to see them next time. Only then does your chest loosen a little. For you, the word no isn't just a word. It's a document you have to submit. This is the Fawn response in its clearest form. Somewhere deep down, your brain believes that saying no will break the relationship. Sign 3. Being misunderstood feels like physical pain. When you sense that someone has the wrong idea about you, you can't sleep. Your chest tightens. The explanation you want to send replays in your head on a loop. And here's the thing. This isn't just in your head. Brain research shows that we process the pain of disconnection almost the same way we process a physical injury. So if it hurts, it really does hurt. Sign 4. You apologize first, even when nothing is your fault. Someone bumps into you, and somehow your mouth says sorry first. The barista gives you the wrong drink, and you wonder if you mumbled your order. This is an apology for simply existing, a feeling that being here is by itself a small inconvenience to others. It often comes from childhood, when you had to believe that every piece of tension in the house was somehow your responsibility. That old habit is still running, quietly, on autopilot, inside you. I'm not going to tell you to stop explaining. That would be impossible. But please, hold on to these 3 things instead. Number 1, a short reply isn't anger. Most of the time, someone's silence has nothing to do with you. It's just their day. Number 2, no is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone a reason. The moment you add one, you turn your boundary into a negotiation. Number 3, if you've explained it once, that's enough. The second explanation isn't for them. It's for the anxiety inside you. And that anxiety can't be solved with more words. It can only be solved with self-understanding. Your endless explaining was never a weakness. It was the most loyal shield you had. It protected a younger version of you who truly needed it. But you can put that shield down now. Your existence doesn't require proof. Even the version of you that says nothing, that explains nothing, is already enough to be loved. So, out of the 4 signs we talked about today, which one hit you the hardest? Leave it in the comments. Someone else reading it might find a piece of comfort in your honesty that they've been searching for all their life. And if there's a friend in your life who apologizes a little too often, quietly share this video with them. They might hear the words, "You're not broken," for the very first time. And sometimes that one sentence is all it takes.